Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to my September 2019 eBay sales. Had a great month, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the very first item to have sold for this month happens to be this red stuffed vinyl poodle, probably from the 50s or 60s. Bought this with a bunch of other stuff. I think it was like 10 bucks or something like that. So $2.50. I either sent out an offer for 14 or they offered me 14 and I accepted it. I think it was supposed to come with two smaller animals because there was a chain on it, but who knows. Of course, they weren't present. Next item to have sold, I probably could have asked a little bit more, but, I mean, it is what it is. I went on a listing binge, and I just was listing stuff like crazy. These are Yves Saint Laurent pink and white zigzag pillowcases. I bought these for $2, and I sold them for $14.99. Probably could have gotten 20 or 25, but hey, I mean, I still made money, and somebody else got a great deal, so that's all that matters. Got this at a Goodwill. It's a Juicy Couture pom-pom fur keychain accessory. Sold it for $14 and it went out first class because I just shoved it in a poly mailer. If you ever see this product, Nerium Firm Body Contouring Cream, I highly recommend picking it up. I sold one last month to the same person for $85. I paid $15 each, so I spent $30 total. Sold them both together for $170. The first person, or the person who bought these from me, asked if I would do free shipping on the second one since she already bought something. I felt that was fair, and it didn't cost me too much to send it out to where she was, so I felt that was pretty reasonable, so I bought this along with that pumpkin tin and that full-bodied Santa Claus Pez dispenser. I think in total that whole day I spent $123. Both of these contouring creams paid off everything and made me $47 profit. So, anything else I bought that day, pure profit. I was really, really ecstatic about that. Another one of those pillowcases I paid $2 for, and I sold them for $9.99 with buyer paying shipping. Another really, really good pickup. I think I paid $3 for this. It's a Victoria's Secret Acai Magnolia Hand Cream and Body Spray gift set. Sold it for full asking price of $49.99. Another really good pickup that I got at a flea market. Got this along with four other items for $5. So paid $1 for this bottle of Evian Most Precious Cologne perfume spray. And I sold it for full asking price of $89.99. Some vintage perfumes like this can sell really well. I guess people either collect it or they just have really strong ties with, I guess, a family member who wore this at that time. But for whatever reason, some perfumes and colognes, especially the vintage ones, do sell. So if you ever see them and they're new in the box, look them up. They might be worth some big money like this one. Probably something I shouldn't have bought. This is Proactive Revitalizing Toner. I paid $2 or $3 for it. It would have been better if I had all 3 steps or the whole box. And this stuff does sell. I did take a best offer of $7, so $2 to $3 to $7, not a great profit, but I mean, hey, I still made some money. Found this sitting at my local Goodwill. I haven't been thrifting in 3 weeks, by the way, because I've had a lot go on, and I'll explain that in a later video. This sold for $12.99, sent it first class. I think I paid $1 for it. This was a really interesting find. I'd never seen anything like this before. This is Kama Sutra oil, cherry almond scent. I guess it's massaging oil. I think I paid $1 for that at a Goodwill, and I sold it for $15. Never seen anything like it before, but it sold. Got these at my Salvation Army. It was $1, brand new, but with an open box, and I sold them for $10. This was really interesting. It's an Art Deco, I guess, painted vanity trinket dish. No markings on it. It looks like something you'd probably get at a souvenir shop or maybe even at like a boutique or something like that back in the day. If I were to guess, it would either have been made in probably Japan, Austria, somewhere in that range, I guess. Japan, Austria, Czechoslovakia, somewhere around in that part of the world. But since there was no mark, I wasn't able to tell. I paid $1 for that, and I sold it for, I think I took a best offer of 12 on that. Picked this up at our town-wide yard sale back on Independence Day for 25 cents, and I sold it for full asking price of $10. Another town-wide yard sale pickup is this Estee Lauder Youth Dew gift set. Smelled horrible. Absolutely horrible. I think I had an interested buyer on this. I sent them an offer for $39 and they took it. I bought this along with a bunch of other vintage stuff, and it probably was $1 and some change or less than that, so that was a really good pickup. Picked these up at my local Goodwill for $3 for the set. It's Costanza Sandgard, I guess Denmark, wall art. Originally from, I believe that's K is Kmart, big K, Kmart. And so yeah, I sold that set for $15. Bought this along with a bunch of other stuff for $18 at a flea market, a big box, a lot of random stuff. So this is a vintage, I guess 70s Raggedy Ann and Andy coin purse. Some of this stuff can be worth some money if you have the older stuff, of course, but this was in rather new condition, very clean. Made by Bob Merrill Company in Japan. The last one did sell for $19.99, so I threw it up for that, and then I guess either I had an interested buyer or somebody sent me an offer. They offered $12. I decided to go ahead and take it because I had already made my money back on everything that I had purchased that day. Next item to have sold is something I picked up at a Goodwill out in Pennsylvania, like far, far out in Pennsylvania. It's a Honeywell thermostat, brand new in the box. I think I either paid $2 or $3 for it. I took a best offer of, I think, $29.99, and I gladly accepted. And I think I was able to send that in a bubble mailer because that was, I mean, it just fit right in. I've had these in my inventory for probably a year. These are 60s Relpo Masonic Shriner planters. Overall, we're in very good condition. I paid $4 for the set. I think I took a best offer of $14 or $15. I can't remember exactly, but it was one of those numbers. And yeah, buyer paid shipping on those. It's usually better if you find these to sell them in a set because, you know, if someone's using these and for whatever reason, or if they just collect them and they like to have pairs, kind of like lamps. So let me give you a long story short about this fragrance. I had no idea who it was made by at the time, and I contemplated going into Ulta because it's literally right around the corner where I worked, and I literally cringed going in there. Anyway, I decided to take it with me, and I decided I was going to go into JCPenney one day, and I remembered, oh, they have Sephora in there, which is like I guess a beauty cosmetic shop. So I went ahead and took it with me, brought it in, and I got there in the nick of time because I brought it out to show the workers there to see if they knew who made it. And a girl probably in or woman that was in her like maybe early 30s, as soon as she saw the bottle, she's like, oh, that's Kimora Lee Simmons' Baby Fat. Love Me. So I had gotten there in the nick of time, and she asked, oh, can I put some of it on? Because I remember this stuff like it was just yesterday when I was a teenager. And I said, of course, go ahead. So I was really happy to be able to identify that, and I think I bought this for, gosh, it was either $3.33 or I don't even remember. It's been so long. I've had it in my inventory for almost a year at the time. So I sold it for $16.99 with buyer paying shipping. This was just a fairly recent pickup. It's one of those 50s Colorcraft green spaghetti string pitchers. I bought this along with 2 wine glasses, like stemless wine glasses, for $7 at a vendor mall. And I sold just the pitcher itself for $20. I was really happy about that. Second to last item to sell is something I picked up at I guess this was from the Goodwill outlet. It's a needlepoint kit, 4x6 needlepoint kit of an owl. Probably paid way less than $1 for this, and I sold it for $10. So that's going to be it for this portion of the sales report. I've got one more item I'd like to share with you all, and then we're going to be talking about, yes, the clickbait title of this sales report. The very last item I sold this month happens to be this really awesome figurine featuring two cardinals. One is perched on a branch, the other one is sitting at the base of the tree. Picked this up at one of the thrift stores in town for $1, and a viewer messaged me and said she was interested, and I sold it for 12 bucks. So I thought that was a really good pickup, and I'm really glad that she enjoyed, or is enjoying, these really adorable birds.